Right, so I'm back, and so I'm recording this way later than I expected, but anyways, I'm gonna give my match day 2 predictions. I'm gonna miss out on the first 4 because those games were already played, the scores already came out and I already know them, so we're just gonna go on to the next 6 groups and head into each match. So yeah, let's start with Group C now. So the first match is Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia got an incredible win up against Argentina, of course, 2-1, one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history, if not the biggest World Cup upset. And Poland, they were quite lackluster, honestly, up against Mexico, but I'm going to give it to Poland. I think Poland will win this game 2-0. I think Lewandowski will have a little chip on his shoulder for missing that penalty up against Mexico, and he's going to want to score a few goals, if not at least one. Speaking about Argentina and Mexico, they are the next matchup. Argentina versus Mexico. Argentina are definitely going to want payback. They're going to want to show that they can still win this World Cup. So it's going to be tough for Mexico to defeat them. Mexico did show promising signs, but I mean, their defense was pretty good, but their attack a little lackluster. They couldn't find that finishing touch. They had a lot of chances, did not score a single one. With that being said, I don't see them scoring many goals, so I think Argentina is going to win and prove themselves that they can actually do something in this World Cup, and I think it's going to be a 4-1 victory to Argentina. Tunisia versus Australia now, and this is a tough one to call. Tunisia got a draw up against Denmark, and they played pretty well. And Australia, they scored first up against France, but ultimately ended a 4-1. Lost 4-1 up against France. I mean, it is France though, so it's going to be tough. I did put Australia in 3rd place, and obviously that means they would get a point at least up against Tunisia, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between these two teams. Next up is France versus Denmark. This is a very interesting game. Of course, Denmark drew and France won, and honestly that's not what I expected. I expected the opposite, but it is what it is. So, you know what, I'm going to go bold yet again. I think France will lose this game, and I think it's going to be a 4-2 victory for Denmark. I don't know where the goals are going to come from, maybe from Damsgaard, maybe from Skov Olsen, but I think Denmark will take down France, even though, I mean, they did it before, so hopefully they can do it again. Japan versus Costa Rica now, and Japan looked so impressive up against Germany, and Costa Rica looked so bad up against Spain. I mean, they got demolished 7-0, and I think they're going to have another demolition coming at the hands of Japan, and I think it's going to be a 3-0 demolition from the Japanese team. I mean, Japan did so well to get 3 points up against Germany, and if they beat Costa Rica, they're going to put themselves as a very strong shot coming out of this group with 6 points, especially if they beat Costa Rica, and I think that's going to happen. So congratulations to Japan, and especially if you guys beat Costa Rica. Spain versus Germany, a very and highly anticipated game. I know I'm definitely going to watch it. I know it's going to be very interesting to watch. Germany, of course, they lost. They're going to want to avenge that loss, but Spain looks so good up against Costa Rica. They scored 7 goals, and they could have scored a lot more. And I'm going to go for Spain to beat Germany and practically knock them out of the tournament. So yeah, Germany out of the group stage for me, at least at this point. I'm gonna have Spain winning 3-2 up against Germany. Belgium versus Morocco. This is another tough one to call because Belgium, as much as they got the victory up against Canada, they did struggle a bit. Canada did force their hand quite a bit, and Morocco, I mean, they got a drop against Croatia, and Croatia were the runners-up of the last World Cup. So it's a very tough one to call, but I think Belgium will get another victory. They will grind out the result, and I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory. I don't think Courtois will save another clean sheet. I mean, it's very possible, but I don't see it happening with the lackluster Belgium defense, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Croatia versus Canada now, and you know what? I've been debating this so much. I could go for a goal. I could go for a win for Canada. I could go for a win for Croatia, and I could go for a draw, but originally I have this as a draw, but I'm going to change it right here, right now. I think Canada's going to win up against Croatia. I think they're going to beat Croatia 2-1. It's going to be a very hard fought battle. I think Croatia will definitely want to bounce back from that draw, and I think Canada will want to bounce back from that loss, especially since they know that they played so well up against Belgium. So I think Canada will get their first 3 points of the World Cup tournament in what, 60 years and over 60 years or something like that. So yeah, come on Canada. Cameroon versus Serbia now, and you know what, I'm just gonna make it sort of easy. I think Serbia have a lot of attacking talent, and I think they can finally demonstrate it up against Cameroon. And I mean, they had a lot of good defensive qualities too. I mean, their goalkeeper was absolutely amazing, and as much as Cameroon have good attacking output, I don't see it happening up against Serbia, especially with the form that the Serbian goalkeeper is. And I mean, he conceded 2 goals, but I mean, he was so fantastic. He blocked so many shots from Brazil. But that's besides the point. I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory for Serbia. Brazil versus Switzerland, they both won their opening match. Brazil won 2-0 and Switzerland won 1-0. I expected a draw there, but I mean, Switzerland, congratulations for getting the 3 points. So, that being said, I think they're going to put up a little bit of a fight, possibly a little bit stronger than Serbia, but I think Brazil will still get the victory. I know there's no Neymar because he got injured, and I believe he's going to miss the next 2 matches, possibly a third, the knockout match, the first knockout match for Brazil. But I mean, even so, Brazil have so much talent, they have so much depth, so I think it's going to be still quite comfortable victory for Brazil, and I think it's going to be a 4-1 victory. The last group now, South Korea versus Ghana. South Korea did great by holding Uruguay to a 0-0 stalemate. So congratulations to South Korea. And I think you guys are going to actually beat Ghana, as much as I hate to say that, because Ghana put up such a good performance up against Portugal. And I wish that Ghana would have got that last goal. They were so close, and Iñaki Williams just got the slip under Diogo Costa. And that's what made him miss the open net, but it's okay. Anyways, Ghana's going to put up another strong fight, but I think South Korea will be able to keep them out of the goal, and I think it'll be a hard fought, either 2-0 or 1-0. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for South Korea. Last but not least, we have Portugal versus Uruguay. Portugal won their first game. They won 3-2 up against Ghana. It was a very hard fought match, but they were able to get the victory. Of course, Ronaldo scored a penalty, Rafael Leao scored a beautiful goal, and so did João Felix. Now, Uruguay, they didn't score a single goal, but they did keep a clean sheet. So it will be interesting to see these two powerhouses. And of course, they're both tipped to make it out of the group. But I think Uruguay is going to, put a little damper on Portugal's party. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game 3-2. It's going to be putting a lot of goals in these games, even though there's already been 5 0-0 draws in this World Cup tournament. Hopefully there's not another one, but you never know. But yeah, I'm going for a 3-2 victory for Uruguay. So those were my predictions. I know most of these I'm going to get so wrong. I didn't get a single one right, I believe, for the first match day predictions. So yeah, hopefully I get a few more right. I didn't predict the first 4, of course. They already happened. I took too long in recording this video. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. And late.